About to do the world boss again in hardcore. I did it once on normal. I'm now an expert, or hard mode. This is like the next one up, I think. I have two builds now. One is my Eagle Spiritborn feathers, Eagle feathers build that I just evade around. And then this is my Gorilla build, which is more for, does a little bit less damage, I think. It might actually do more as much. It's supposedly very, very tanky. So it's designed to build a lot of fortification, and I have like emergency buttons. You can see my barrier and my somewhat good. I am sort of eating through some of it there with the gold that I'm standing on, the weird ouchy gold. I do have emergency buttons I can call in. The ultimate, like this. So everything I do is building resolve stacks, which builds the ability to resolve does. I can never remember. You can see I have a lot of, and I can also do armored hide, which sort of protects against other things. You don't see a lot of deaths here. At least I didn't see any deaths the first time, because people, I guess, have. Now we're going to do this. Come on. There. Excellent.
Greetings.
Now I'm using the controller for this. I'm using the keyboard for my evade build, but the controller works really well for that. So I'll just be doing that from now on. I also need to swap my when I go to my abilities, I put it over here for the gorilla build, and it goes over here for my evade build. Excellent. So I'm up to 51 now. I'm gonna go ahead and save this build because I didn't save it. Okay, let me just sort through this stuff before I swap. So I might just update my gorilla build and then I'll go update the other build as well. Ring. I have been now crunching everything that isn't legendary. I did run into a treasure goblin on the way while I was testing this build. I was trying this talisman. I have another one right up somewhere. Where is it? Right there. I was trying a really good roll, but I realized, I don't really need the crit. I need the speed and the health. So after about an hour or so, I swapped back to this or to another one, and then I got this one to drop, and now I have, a lot more movement speed, some health. Key. You want to get this as high as possible, and of course you want to be armor capped, and if you can, you want to be resistance capped. I'm getting there, not quite there. You can see that I do have disobedience here, like a really good roll of disobedience, like it's almost perfect. Could be still really good. And so when I'm actually out in combat, this does get to, like, it does max out, so that's nice. Because it goes up by, 40%. And I don't know if it's 40% of 636 or whatever, but whatever it is, it does count. Let's see here. Potion. Okay. So I have, I did get the doggies, so I get my spirit wolves. I cast very quickly, so the spirit wolves come out very quickly. The evade one, so my crit strike chance goes up pretty quickly. Not that that's all that important. I'd rather have, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I might want to just change that to like a more defensive one, if there is one. Like, one of the neat things about, because, you know, I should write that just in case. I was toying with changing my secondary to centipede or to gorilla instead of eagle, because again, I don't need this critical strike, right? I just don't need it. I'm not building for damage as much as I'm building for durability and survival. Testing this, I'm like, well, I already have unstoppable, so I don't really need that. So I tried this. It's like, oh, heal for 1% of your max life per second for every nearby enemy you've poisoned. So how do I poison them? Well, I have this ability right here, Toxic Skin. Passive. Enemies that attack you are poisoned for 115 damage. It doesn't matter the damage. It's just a rank. I have no extra points in it, right? It's just the one thing. And I could put a point here, but I don't need to. I'm not using it for the amount of damage it's doing, just that it does damage. And then on top of that, if I've switched from Vital Strikes over to Adapt. So now the base skill, let's see, casting a skill of a different base spirit, swaps to the new bonus. I don't know if this is necessarily what I want. I mean, it is for this build, right? Because I'm Gorilla, so I want the damage reduction. But for my Eagle build, I believe I'm equip. Let's put that in there. Yes, right. There we go. I did swap that while I was in my Gorilla build during testing. Okay, so now if I look at this, right? So I'm at Centipede now, Eagle and Centipede, and then do I still have Vital Strikes or did I swap it? Yeah, okay, I do have Vital Strikes because it heals me for maximum life, right? So basically, my wolves make things vulnerable, and then that heals me, and then it removes the vulnerable effect, but then my wolves make them vulnerable again. It's like it toggles back and forth. And now I'm still sort of working through these things. I think I have, yeah, here we go. Hitting enemies with ultimate skills. I do have Gorilla and Gorilla away from the Hunter because I don't need the damage. I need the durability. And this is really nice because it gives me a barrier. I don't really care so much about the damage that it does, but the damage is not insignificant. So I'm always unstoppable. Any enemies or small missiles inside are slowed. It's just a really nice durability thing. It's a feel good. I'm very tough. Nothing's gonna hurt me kind of a feeling. And then down here I have increased healing by 20%. I only have first point. Adding more points just do damage. I don't care about that. I'm not doing poison damage. So I've tried to like theory craft through and try to increase my durability through all sorts of various means with this build. Really helps to go through here and do keyword searches. Like, let's say I want to do healing, you know, and you can just look here and look for everything that has like a little glow to it. Like this is a glow, that's a glow. I don't want to have to cast centipede skills, so those are off the table. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, but this is nice, and the base centipede skill as a secondary is nice. I'm not going to cast this. No, I'm not going to do that. Maybe if I were able to do something that procced this, like I think there was that can do that. Like doing this will cast Touch of Death or something like that. So that's a possibility. Let's see here. So now I'm just, 38%. Basis skills, gain speed. Yeah, I have started to masterwork some things, or not masterwork, but temper things. So I've imprinted here and there. So armor, life. I was able to get Storm Feather on a couple things. This one sort of got dead, right? I want Primary Eagle Hall Potency. Yeah, I can't do any more on that one. But I can do this one maybe. I have like one left. Yeah, see, that's just garbage. So that one just sort of became dead. Where I am. I did get this all the way to 20. This is all the way to the 10. I did get a couple of really good ones that I don't want any of these arcana that require me to cast this, right? I don't want to ever actually cast this, which is why it's on a non-casting slot here, right? They're just always up. So I always have Unstoppable. They're always doing their little, ping, 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 ping on enemies. And while they're doing their ping, they're giving me movement speed. Notice it doesn't say, because some of these say invoking your catalyst. Well, I don't want to actually have to invoke it. So this is it just increases my movement speed. Once per enemy every 5 seconds, it fortifies and heals me. And this one, stun effect. So it stuns enemies and they do their damage instantly as opposed to like shooting a beam, like choo, choo, choo. So it's like a boom, it's like done. And then it has a 25% chance to stun enemies, which is potentially damage reducing. Now, I don't know if I know I like this one. This is going to stay there forever. Get rid of. But I need to find another one that says, I don't need the unhindered, so that one's irrelevant to me. That one is crowd control. That's fine. I could use that. So a fear effect is nice if I really needed that to keep enemies locked. Freeze effect is also nice. Notice it doesn't say invoke, it just does it, right? So it's like magic. So it's either this, where stunning and damage instantly, or this, right? So maybe I want them to slow enemies all the time, but that doesn't really stop casters from hitting me. This would stop casters. It would just lock down any enemy. This one, I had this on my other one. I don't think I execute. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what this means. The effect size of my catalyst is increased. Does that mean when it shoots something, it does like an AoE? I don't know. I have that on my non-hardcore Spiritborn, so I just, because I thought, oh, that looks interesting, let's use that. I don't care, I don't want that. This is actually kind of nice. I might choose this because vulnerable will take extra damage multiplicatively from my vulnerable damage, which is right here. So any vulnerable enemies will take 1.2 times, actually 2.2 times as much damage, right? Yeah, but multiplicative. So it's 2.2 times the damage. It's 120% above the normal damage. So anytime I can apply vulnerable to something, that's going to be a good thing. So that's what the wolves are for, because my wolves get cast and then they apply vulnerable, which is they do. Actually, what I should do is I should track vulnerable damage. Let's see, gameplay. Where is it? Okay. Now I'm gonna see vulnerable damage as the only numbers to me to gauge whether it's being applied or not and by how much and so forth. But if I had to choose other than crit, not movement speed, pestilent swarm. There we go. That's the other thing. Like that could be a healing effect, right? Maybe the earthquake. It depends. It's not so much for the damage, it's for the side buff, right? So would Earthquake act as a gorilla skill? Because Earthquake is like a rock in Barbarian. So does that proc gorilla? I don't know. But like if that's what I was looking at when I was thinking, which thing could proc this thing. So if I had this instead of crit, right? Pestilence Swarm. I forget. Is it down here? It's not that, is it? No, it's the Devour. Pestilence Swarm. Oh, Pestilence Swarm. That's a druid thing, isn't it? Whoops. No. Spiritborn's Pestilence Swarm. Well, what the hell? Is that a passive? Toxic Skin. Let me see here. Clear all. Where are the Pestilence Swarm skills? Okay, so that poisons enemies. And that's it? That's the only skill? That's interesting. So it's just another way to apply poison damage, which would then heal me. Like, so there's this way. Maybe I'll try that. That might be actually a really good thing. Because I don't really need the crit. Got plenty of damage. I just need the survivability. Let's see.
Here you are. Beware the envious, my friend.
So evade and Pestilence Swarm. I don't know. I'll be looking for it. Maybe. Is there a way to track that? Oops. Options. Gameplay. No. Doesn't say, show me poison damage. Maybe I should just watch when I get blocked, when I block. I'm not interested in these. These are just sort of like, they just happen when they happen, right? Based on your crit chance. I don't need to know that these are happening. I know they're happening. And like extremely rare, and I don't really build for it. But maybe I should track all these other ones. Just so I can see, like especially if I'm watching the video, I can watch back and see the numbers like and sort of understand more how it's doing what it needs to do. Control more than I thought I did, right? I don't know. This doesn't belong there. I think that was in the overflow at one point. There. You can see I have plenty of these. These are my starter sets, right? So if I need to roll again, I can revert to these. These are my, I'm going to have to bring this out to 2 tabs eventually. So I have just a huge wealth of items that I can fall back on. I have been crunching anything that's not a quarterstaff, because of course the quarterstaffs I see are the ones that have block. And that's what I want. I always want block chance in this build. So anything that's not a quarterstaff, I look at it and I'm like, okay, will that give me an effect that I want? Okay, basic skills, nice. Pole arm, nope. Glaive, nope. Pole arm, nope. Pole arm, nope. Glaive, nope. I don't know why some of these don't make a sound. It's very strange. Okay, so now when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at vulnerable damage, maximum life. That's a nice item, right? It's very nice. The resource cost reduction is irrelevant. But nice. Vulnerable damage is a little bit more. It's probably not worth doing, but I will save it. Just in case. This is more dexterity. About the same life. So I'm not going to bother. It's not worth expending, to be, 0.5% better. If it had like 55 life, it'd be like, oh yeah, slot that puppy right away. No. And let's see. 19 life, 13 to 19, resistance to all elements. Extra resistance, that's nice. I don't care so much about the orange text. But yeah, that looks like it might be good. So, and this, that's very nice, actually. So, I'm not looking at the dexterity so much as I'm looking at the life. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so again, we're trying to put the eagle things on there. So I would love to have primary eagle hall thing on there. There we go. And then eagle here would be storm feather potency. If I get one of them, that's fine. Got both of them. Well, that's a keeper.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
All right, so let's add a socket.
Well done.
Oh, and let's remove the gems from the old one. That's my vulnerable damage is what I've put on this weapon because it's a nice force multiplier on top of everything else. Like there are very few ways to get multiplicative damage in the game, and that's one of them. Same with crit. Crit, if you can stack crit, that's amazing. I mean, up to a certain point. I think there's probably going to have diminishing returns. Okay, so this one I want. Let's see. Unyielding hits, I believe. What do I have on my
Your
other
road be
one?
filled with wonders.
Yes, unyielding hits. Because when I pop into Protector and or Armored Hide, either one of these procs it, right?
There is
Think.
magic in all things. Let me show you.
Whoops. This one. Unyielding hits. Now, eventually, I'll do something different here. But for now, that's like eventually unyielding hits will go here, probably. But I don't know. That, come back to it. Okay, now this. Actually, let's re-roll. Let's do this over here first.
The wonders of Sanctuary at your fingertips. How may I help
Yeah, those are all
you?
good. I like the life on that too. All right, so let's go with Eagle, Storm Potency. Yes, and resource, I want my Gorilla Efficiency. I want the Protector cooldown. There we go. And then I want this on the one which is lower life. And then, am I re-rolling one of these? Yeah, resource cost reduction, I'll care about. Ooh. Dexterity. Even better. Okay, so that's a good one. And now I'm going to put a socket in that. Again, I'm keeping all the backups as much as I can. That way, you know, if I do biff it, it's like, well, I can get... I'm going to put this over here. Oops. No, this goes here. This goes here. Excellent. And now you can see I've saved a couple of these because I couldn't afford to put a socket in. Let's see if that's the best one I can do here. I'm in resist. All stats. But that's all of these, right? I think I might want dodge chance. Well, in either way, I was running out of materials, which is why I didn't have it. And now I'm back to it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably work on that. Now, what about skull and armor? Healing received. It's not bad. No. Willpower, no. No. Yeah, I might be. Oh, let's do after I decide. Barrier generation, that's nice. I might do that.
What
Actually.
color?
Because barrier is like I'll hold on to these just in case. I can always crunch them later if I need to. Right. there's anything else here I have to think about. I do have those buffs, which I surprisingly didn't use on the boss. I was going to. Okay, so thank you. Equip. This here, this there. We're right. You can see everything that I once had as part of a definition here. There we go. Let's also back into one of these. Let's move all these. Use the controller because the way I have my keyboard set up is a weird way to set it up. Doesn't really. I have to use a different key for because I have right click bound differently. All right, and now this. This is all the lower items. I'm going to go from higher to lower. Let me fix my right click for a moment. You don't need to know what I'm doing. That's just between me and me. Suffice to say, I can change. For reasons. For carpal tunnel. Repetitive stress injury. It. So this one gets yellow. Here. Doesn't really matter the name. This gets red. Red. Firm. So red. This is lowest level. This will be highest level. This will be mid-level. And maybe I can make this purple because, you know, purple is royalty. Color of royalty. And this is consumables. You know, things that get eaten up and or the gems. Build a second tab for the gems yet. And I got this for some stupid reason. Why can't I use this on Spiritborn? It defaulted to an original game item as a quest reward on one of the quests. It was very strange. All right, so now I'm on Eagle. Now what do I want to spend this on? Something that makes me... This doesn't help me to have more than 1 point in. Maybe this. I definitely want the healing. Where's the healing? Here, right? Yeah. This, don't need this. You do use it on the gorilla build. It'd be interesting to see the pestilent swarm pop out. I don't really need to buff the centipede skills, though. They're only there to debuff the enemies, not to do any damage. I don't spend vigor, so I don't need to reclaim it. I'm not using any mobility skills, except for this one. How far you travel with them. No thanks. I have this on here just because I have the points to spend. Does Vortex debuff enemies in a way that's going to be helpful? I mean, the knockdown maybe, but... It'd be nice if I had a thing that would just cast vortex. I think there's something that does that. It'll like cast it on a timer or something, or cast it when you do certain things. Or maybe I'm thinking of the druid one with tornado, where it pulls things in and does tornado. Or maybe that's barbarian actually. When you're doing the whirlwind barbarian, how it draws enemies in, sort of like the monk cyclone in D3. Now, if I had the ability to bounce back and forth between these two, that would be nice. That's too much work. Because this would give me block chance. But it does nothing otherwise. What I really want to get is the weapon. Let's see here. Diablo for evade build weapon. If I look at mobalytics here, some people are using special build. Let's see, are they using it? Yeah. Why aren't you using the special? It's not Wishipanya. Like on here, they're doing this, right? Obviously, you know, very powerful. But just for like leveling, for just quality of life, there's a weapon. Here it is, right? Yeah. I want this weapon. So yeah, having the tempers is nice, but this is quality of life. This is like just out and about and running around. So basic skills, not really doing that. The third attack, that's the important thing, because the third attack will, as far as I can and I'm aware, it lowers the cooldown of your evade, right? Let me see. Is that part of this? God, where am I seeing that? Yeah, the third tack pierces farther, not further, dealing 310% damage and reducing your evade cooldown by 5 seconds. So the trick is you want to cast that third hit as much as you can. So if you just like, you know, spam, this is like sometimes being choked out. You can't actually, you know, do anything with it. Oh, did I screw that up? Oh, shit. I should not have changed that. Damn it. All right, well, there we go. That works for the eagle build, but not for the gorilla build. Yeah, there we go. So, cooldown. Oh, I'm glad I caught that. That would have been really annoying. I fixed that while I was doing my gorilla build for the boss. So I'm glad I saw that. And I was wondering why do I have three stacks? Yeah, that makes sense now. That would have been really slow. Reduce this cooldown as fast as possible and be able to cast evade every third hit, or every cast of this, reducing the cooldown of this to 0. So where you're basically just stuck, you know, you're like it just toggles between 1 and 2 continually. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As fast as you can cast this, right? Just amazing stuff. But I need that weapon. That's the one I need. And I still need to spend 2 points that I don't know what to spend them on. I could do that, right? This is maxed. This is maxed. I don't need anything more here. I'm already unstoppable all the time. I don't need vigor. Healing. This resets this. Like if I cast this guy, you reset it and cast it X number of times. As I get higher, this will be more important, right? Because when I cast this, he'll do more damage to like a boss. So that's a good one to spend. Need that. This is very good, because this lets both this spell and this spell give me more life. I think I'm good. Now, I think the synergy of Toxic Skin and then the Pestilent Swarm, especially as it increased swarm time I evade, it's going to create 2 spawns, right? So evade, 2 spawns, and it'll be like just swarms everywhere. And hopefully that poison damage will then proc the healing effect of the centipede thing, right? So up to 5%. So I'm always poisoning things. It's not like, too bad it doesn't go up to 10%, 15%, 20%, but I'll take everything I can get, right? That's every little bit counts. Okay, so now I'm going to go for quarterstaffs. Hope I get the
Hello. Two's not a bad pull, that.
Nope. I think you might have to be on Torment 1 for that. Let's see here. Stinger spawns a pestilent swarm. I'll bet text there. Pestilent swarms now last 50% longer. I'll bet that counts for the rune. But yeah, that's a quarterstaff. A lot more damage. That's actually really good. If I can put health on that. Whoops. Watch me biff this. No. Okay, potency, eagle fitness. What did I have? One more. Oh, very nice. Okay, so that's good. And now I can, let's see. I don't want to do anything there. I do want to change one thing here. From overpower to something else. I like the lucky hit. Okay, light. Excellent. Sure. Now I need to put another socket on it. Look at that, 467 light. That's awesome. It's a lot more than I had on my non-hardcore character at this time. Oops. Unsocket that. This in, right? Oh no, it's this and this. I probably need to be thinking about different weapons for the different builds. So like, I need to rewrite that one, right? So this is not really the correct weapon for this build. I need a more gorilla-friendly one. But I probably don't need gorilla as much as I used to at this point. Let's just put this there. Actually, now let's overwrite this with the gorilla one. Yielding hits. Thank you. Okay, so I get block, lots of life, healing, low chance, but still anything's good. Vulnerable, vulnerable. Could really use a better gorilla skill. Do I have another weapon that's unyielding hits? But I can grab the effect. That one. That's nice. So let's extract that. Yes. Twice. Let's put this. Unyielding hits. So right now it's 26 and it'll be 38. That is worth it. A little bit of a waste of materials, but it's the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm still on this step. Let me see if I can open up any caches. I've not gotten a gem recipe yet. Whoops. I always missed. Okay. Still not to that point yet. So I just need to do more things. I need to get to the next step. So to that end, let's put some of these back in the thing so I don't lose them. I did get 2 of the, they're not cheat deaths, but they're quick use, H click. you know, H click. Maybe I should go H click right there, right? Maybe I'll do that because that's closer. Because I was doing that on in both places. Oh, can't only do one place. But yeah, if I'm keyboard, I want to just go and click it right there. And that basically just teleports you to town instantly. I think instantly. I've not tested it, but I believe it's instantaneous. Okay, so I have two really good things here. I'm going to put these in because I need to do these dungeons. I learned that even these dungeons have a really high chance of spawning. So it's like I'm not just crunching them anymore. I'm like, okay, I'll use it. Okay, so Sleepless Hollow. Where's Sleepless Hollow? I'm trying to do the ones I haven't done yet. That way I get progress for the Sleepless Hollow. Oh. I'm pulling up a map here. This map right here. Sleepless Hollow. Right here. So if I haven't been there, if it's not... I need to discover this map. That way I can see what's what. Let me do that first because that's smarter. I just need to discover the entire map. I would do that as part of the main to go deliberately do it. And while I'm doing it, I can just sort of like kill things along the way. I have discovered more of these things. Let me do that as well. It's so easy to get sidetracked. So easy to get sidetracked. All right, so we're going to... that. Yeah, I'm pretty durable. Not easy to kill me. Especially when I have like the dude there, or if I have wolves out. Basically the idea is I just kill as I go. Yeah, if once I get that weapon, the Quetzalcoatl or whatever, the Quexi, then this will go much faster. Right now I'm just sort of like, see how I go down to 0? Sort of annoying. I might even be able to just remove, like be able to switch boots at that point to any kind of boot I want, like one with, you know, an extra charge even, or maybe one that gives me extra speed when I evade. Oh, that's right. There's a stash there. It's down here, right? Okay. So now we're going to go. I don't think I'm going to get this one because I don't want to... I think you might be vulnerable in this area. Maybe don't want to engage in PvP at all. It's not on my radar. Not something I want to do. So I probably won't be getting those, or maybe I will. I don't know. I do want to get this one. Let's mark that. And let's go from here. I just need to do all the things, right? And I need more ice. I'll be right back. Sometimes buy these cheap. They're almost like Kentucky Fried Chicken breasts, breaded, and you know they're not anywhere near as good as Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're sort of like cheap knockoffs. But we have some, so I'm going. Not on stream. I'm going to mute while I'm doing it, so I'm going to mute now. So it seems, now that I'm looking at the word vulnerable, it seems like the storm feathers are actually making enemies vulnerable. Yeah. Each doing this and making targets vulnerable for 7 seconds. So there we go. Interesting. So maybe I don't need the wolves, but the wolves are fun. I like the wolves. I want my wolves. What else would I choose? They just make me feel good. It feels good to know they're there, running around attacking enemies. Maybe no, but I like it. Maybe there's some other defensive thing I could put on there instead. Let's look. It would make me sad, but maybe it's the smart thing to do. Healing them when they die. Healing me when they die. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I do. Let's go back to town. I may have to give up my wolves. But yeah, that's nice. Learn something new every 5 minutes. Bye, wolves. I love you. I think I will keep them on for the gorilla build because I don't have quills on the other build, or the gorilla build. Not that I need the damage. I want to have them on my gorilla build. Damn it! I will keep them. My lovely little 5 follower catalyst thingies. I love them so much. Let's uncover all of this. This still has stuff, right? It's just a different color, but it's so confusing. This needs to be much darker green. Much darker green. Every one of these zones needs to be very different in color. Like this needs to be like a blue, like a vivid blue, not like wimpy blue. And then when this, I don't know what color this would be, you know, like purple, orange, like this muted color palette is so boring and stupid. I hate it so much. All right, well, let's go here first. Let's test this new Let's test this new thing. I do need to use a potion here. That way I'm getting XP. Okay, so max life. Whoops. Yeah, that was a little bit of a hint. So. Making many enemies vulnerable. That little tiny bit of change. Right? Yeah. So there's the what's her face. This isn't PvP, right? Okay. It's gonna freak out there for a second. If it was all red. See, that's good use. This shouldn't be red if the PvP zone is red. See, that's confusing. And initially very scary. This is the stronghold, right? Chunks. Give me things. I think I might be able to go up to the next level now. Whatever it is. Expert, maybe? Like right now, my armor is 1300 something. I mean, it's insane. That's, of course, since I'm also using him. If I'm in a group, my armor is going to go down, so it's good to be overcapped on armor. The follower dude. Here it is, the stronghold. I'll do this. That'll give me a lot of, it'll give me good XP. It'll also give me some completion. Let's see. Down here, right?
I can still fight you. Count the dead.
I think in order to move up to the higher ranks, I need to better, like, equip
caves!
I may need to do Infernal Hordes. I don't know if I... Do I have those things? If I just park myself right here and have it still work. Yeah, it still works. I don't have to keep moving everywhere and make my head hurt. And then that way her thing also hits. She'll like keep healing me.
Vermin slunk back off into the caves. They're like roaches.
Where is he? Using the scroll wheel. Oh, that's right. You have to chase him around. That was always effort. What am I CCing him with? How did I build that bar up? That's not from vulnerability. You have to chill him for that, right? This is the same keybinds over and over.
Survivor's guide. Oh, where are you, boss? Are you broken? I've had a broken one of these before. It's annoying. The druid one out in the north area. This one was broken.
Like the boss never spawned. You can spawn faster, dudes. I think I broke it. It should be working by now. Nice work, Liz. Well, I'm not going to get anything done here. Let me look this up. Default strongholds not complete. Yeah, this is definitely broken. All right. Well. I think if you wait until the very end, you're safe at that point. I'll come back in. Hopefully I get logged in near there, so I don't have to like travel a million miles to get back. Good. Okay. So at least I'm not a million miles away.
These people are being slaughtered.
I'm not gonna do that. I lost my potion buffs, didn't I? Son of a bitch. I swear, this stupid game. Log out, lose your buffs. It's so dumb. Go remake those. Reapply them so I can get some damn XP. I'm just trying to uncover all the map just to be sure. In fact, this is kind of boring, so I'll stop the stream. I mostly just wanted to show the latest progress on this thing. I don't want to like stream my entire process here. Look at key moments, maybe. That's about it. All right, that's enough. Bye-bye.